Bam Margera suggests he's not in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 after all. So this is some weird information. This whole situation going on with Bam Margera and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater being in 3 and 4 it's been a roller coaster ride, man. It's been one of those things where I did, a few videos. I've done two videos so far on it where the first one I did was mentioning that he wasn't going to be in it. There wasn't any real specification as to why that was the case. It was just mentioned that he wasn't going to be included in the remake of it, considering that he was in the original, which was really weird. And then another video had been done by myself that where I mentioned that it was actually stated that no, Tony Hawk went to the gaming corporation. I forgot which one it was off the top of my head, and he told them no, he's gonna be in it. You're gonna do this regardless of if it's too far past the deadline. We're gonna make this happen. So first hearing the news, it was really unfortunate and it was really kind of sad because of the fact that Bam Margera was a big part of those games, back in the day when they were released. And then we got the other information and it was like, all right, cool. So, you know what I mean? Tony Hawk's doing his thing for his friend and he's going to be helping him out. That's awesome. Now, hearing this news right here, it's a little bit iffy and it's kind of unfortunate if that is going to be the case, but we'll get a little bit further into it when we check out some of the article, and then we got a little bit of a video to check out with Bam talking to TMZ. So, Bam Margera may not be appearing in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 after all, after comments from the former Jackass and Viva La Bam star have once again raised the question to whether players will be able to step into his shoes this coming July. The back and forth nature of rumors about Margera's inclusion in the roster of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 has been a hot topic in the games community. But Margera himself appears to be still waiting to hear from Activision. So Activision, that was the ones. So yeah, it was one of those things where Tony Hawk went to Activision and told them that, hey, we're gonna go ahead and include him in the game, and they were trying to tell him like, no, it's past the deadline. He's like, no, it's not past the deadline. You guys are gonna do this. So really cool on Tony Hawk's part, but we still gotta kind of see what's gonna actually be the case when it comes down to this. So many fans of the skateboarding game franchise were upset in early March when roster reveals suggest Margera's omission from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 despite his role in the original games. Margera has had a long history with the Tony Hawk games beyond just those two, serving as both a playable skater and a quest giver. And that was one of the things that I had seen a comment on because I didn't play I played a little bit of 3 and then I never really played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. So I missed out on kind of seeing Margera and all that and everything like that. So one of the comments I had seen was, I believe they were talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, where they had mentioned that towards the end of the game, one of the final things you got to do is you got to go to all the skaters and they'll give you like a specific quest to achieve and everything like that. And they had mentioned that if they're not going to include Bam in it, then they were questioning what was going to happen specifically with that quest. If it was going to be given to another individual that's going to be in the roster, or if they were just going to take it out in general. And they were mentioning that if they decided to take it out in general, it would just feel a little bit weird because it would feel like it kind of be incomplete, as well as the fact that if it was sent to another person, I guess that would be able to work out. But it was just overall kind of a odd choice to kind of go in that direction when he was an integral part of the final ending of the game itself. So we'll see. So in a recent interview with TMZ, Margera indicates that he has not received any official word that he will be appearing in the upcoming game, which is set for release across all major platforms on July 11th of 2025. The former MTV star gave credence to the rumors from March that Hawk wants Margera added to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, which originated on a popular skateboarding podcast and includes a claim that the game's namesake demands Margera be brought into a studio to be body scanned despite the development being generally complete. The body scan apparently hasn't happened, but Margera doesn't see it as a concrete proof that he won't be a playable character again. The deadline has already happened, but the good news is that I've been in 4 previous games, so I've already done the spandex suit with tracking my style and my face and everything, he told TMZ. So it might be just a click of a button if he wants to choose yes on that. And then we'll go ahead and actually check out what was said right here from Bam and then go.
Going to be a part of Tony Hawk's new Pro Skater 3+4 game. How was that?
So I heard he made a call and the deadline has already happened, but the good news is that I've been in 4 previous games, so I've already did the spandex suit with the tracking my style and my face and everything. So it might be just a click of a button if he wants to choose yes on that. So
So it's not officially confirmed that you'll be a part of it?
not to
or-
me, it isn't.
Okay.
But maybe he can work some magic. I mean,
I heard he wanted you in it.
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
But I mean, it takes a long time. They have a whole team at Activision, hundreds of people working on that game. So, I guess when there's a deadline, who knows what can happen. Maybe he'll surprise me with the good news of putting me back in. Shreddy Krueger is back. Let's get it.
Of course. So ideally, you'd want to be in the next game if the deadline hasn't already passed, or if there's still a way it can happen. You want to be a part of it.
Yeah, and if not, I think they're actually working on the second one that's coming out too. So,
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you can definitely see that like he doesn't seem like too bummed out about it in the sense. So I'm kind of hoping that it is one of those things where they are going to kind of give the benefit of the doubt and put him in the game, especially if Tony Hawk wants him in, because he does kind of have like a little bit of. I'm just going to mute it. We'll go ahead and replay it. He does kind of have a little bit of like a. He doesn't seem like too like sad or anything like that, or it's like affected him kind of in the sense. He does seem like he does kind of have some hope that they are going to be able to make it happen, which is a really good thing. Now it is a little bit hard to tell just because of the fact that, like he said, they didn't actually call him in to do the bodysuit. I mean, to do any body scans or anything like that, but since he has done it in the past, I feel like chances are they could, like he stated, make it happen and go ahead and go back. Especially since it is going to be a remake, they already have like some type of design that they can go off of and everything like that. But for the most part, I think hopefully fingers crossed that they actually include him in that because of the fact that he was an integral part of the original game and everything. And it's pretty crazy, man, seeing him like this because I haven't watched Bam or seen him in anything since years ago. So you can definitely tell he sounds a bit different than what he used to. He sounds a little bit more, his voice sounds a little bit more raspy. I didn't see him with all these tattoos and everything like that. I'm kind of used to seeing him kind of like the younger version right here in this photo. So hearing him talk and everything is kind of wild. But yeah, like I said, we got the look of him and everything. So I'm pretty sure if they wanted to make it happen, it wouldn't be too far off to be able to make that happen. So we'll go ahead and continue on. So it's not clear why Margera was not initially included in the upcoming game, though it may be tied to his past controversies. Margera has a history of substance abuse, though he has sought professional treatment for it since 2009 and has had some legal battles, including alleged threats and violence against family and household members. He was also fired from the Jackass Forever movie in 2021 due to his alleged online harassment of co-star Johnny Knoxville and series co-creator Jeff Tremaine. So that's kind of crazy. I didn't know that there was harassment allegations, as far as him and Johnny Knoxville. I heard about Jeff Tremaine, so hearing that, it's a little bit interesting just because of the fact that, Johnny Knoxville is one of the major faces of Jackass. So hearing that, I wonder if there was any kind of controversy between those two that kind of left it so that Johnny was like, no, I don't want to work with him kind of thing. I didn't know that. So that's pretty crazy to read. So Margera seemed excited about the prospect of returning in the upcoming game and expressed hope that Hawk will work some magic to make it happen. However, he also appeared cheery while acknowledging the difficulties of creating a video game and lavishing praise on the team at Activision, indicating that he respects the deadlines that developers face. I guess when there's a deadline, who knows what can happen, he said with a smile and a shrug. Aside from Margera's inclusion, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 includes another controversial change from the originals, doing away with its classic career mode. So yeah, that was a big one that kind of threw people off, was the fact that they weren't going to have career mode in it. But yeah, man, as far as the games and everything like that, I feel like Bam, since he was included in 4 other games like he had stated, he probably knows how the game works, you know what I mean, as far as creating and developing video games. So I'm sure he has an idea of what how much work goes into it and how it plays out when it comes down to this type of stuff because he has experience in it. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, in the video, he seemed pretty cheerful. He didn't seem like he was too like bent out of shape or anything like that with it because of the fact that he might not be in it. And from the way he responded with Tony Hawk mentioning that he wants him in it, it does seem like there is kind of some hope in his favor that he will be included. And personally, I think that'll be really cool just because of the fact that if you are gonna do a remake, you know what I mean, you do want to include stuff from the original. That way, fans can be able to enjoy it as well as new people that come in can kind of see what it was like for original players. So yeah, man. Hopefully we'll see what happens. We'll get some more information. If it's gonna be coming out in July, we got about 3 more weeks or 3 more months. So Just gotta wait and see. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys think that Margera should be allowed to be in this game, or do you think that it is fair that they're deciding to take him out? Personally, like I've said, I think it'd be really cool if they include him in it, but that's just me. So if you guys can let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.